To be wealthy, make a living. To be healthy, make a life in modern society. Success is often measured by accumulation, income, assets, achievements, and recognition. From an early age, many of us are taught to pursue financial stability as the primary marker of progress. We are encouraged to make a living, to secure employment, build careers, and generate income sufficient to support ourselves and our families. While this pursuit is practical and necessary, the quote, "Oh, be wealthy, make a living. To be healthy, make a life" invites us to look beyond material success toward a more holistic understanding of fulfillment. At first glance, the statement draws a distinction between wealth and health. Wealth in this context refers not merely to money, but to financial sustainability, the ability to meet basic needs, and perhaps enjoy comfort or opportunity. Health, however, is framed as something deeper than physical well-being. It encompasses emotional, mental, and spiritual vitality. The quote suggests that earning an income is only one dimension of living. True health arises from how we shape the quality of our days, relationships, and inner alignment. From a spiritual perspective, this distinction is profound. Spiritual teachings consistently remind us that material success, while valuable, does not guarantee inner peace. One can accumulate significant wealth and yet feel disconnected, stressed, or unfulfilled. Conversely, someone with modest means may experience deep contentment, purpose, and joy. This is not to diminish the importance of financial security. Economic stability can reduce anxiety and provide access to opportunities. However, when the pursuit of wealth eclipses all other dimensions of life, imbalance emerges. Long hours, chronic stress, and constant comparison can erode well-being. In striving to make a living, we may neglect the practices and relationships that make life meaningful. To make a life implies intentionality. It involves cultivating experiences that nourish the mind and spirit, not merely the bank account. It calls for reflection on what truly matters: connection, growth, creativity, service, and presence. For example, dedicating time to meaningful relationships contributes to emotional health. Engaging in reflective practices such as meditation or journaling fosters mental clarity. Pursuing creative or service-oriented activities nurtures a sense of purpose. These dimensions of life may not yield immediate financial returns, yet they enrich our overall experience. They remind us that wealth is not solely defined by accumulation, but by the depth of our engagement with life. Furthermore, making a life involves presence. It means fully inhabiting moments rather than rushing through them in pursuit of the next achievement. When we focus exclusively on future goals, we risk overlooking the beauty of the present. Spiritual traditions often emphasize the importance of balance. Just as the body requires rest as well as activity, the mind and spirit require reflection as well as productivity. Health arises from harmony among these elements. When we prioritize making a life, we also reconsider our definition of success. Instead of measuring worth solely by income or status, we evaluate it by integrity, contribution, and growth. We ask not only what have I earned, but how have I lived. This shift can reduce the pressure to constantly compete or compare. It fosters gratitude for experiences that cannot be quantified, shared laughter, quiet reflection, acts of kindness. Moreover, making a life enhances resilience. When our identity is not exclusively tied to career or income, setbacks become less destabilizing. We retain a sense of purpose beyond professional roles. Ultimately, the quote encourages us to integrate rather than separate wealth and health. Financial stability supports well-being, but it is not sufficient on its own. True prosperity encompasses physical vitality, emotional depth, intellectual curiosity, and spiritual alignment. By making a living, we secure the means to sustain ourselves. By making a life, we ensure that those means serve a greater purpose. In balancing these pursuits, we cultivate not only success, but wholeness. And in that wholeness, we discover that the richest life is one lived with intention, connection, and awareness.